Hi, Erik Linask here in Miami Beach, Florida at IT Expo Miami 2013. And I'm talking with Grant Terrell from Ngenx. Grant, thanks for joining me.
Great, thanks for having us.
So, we've talked in the past. How about just a quick recap of who you are, what the company does?
Sure. So Ngenx is a leading hosted virtual desktop provider. Been in business since 2000. Spent the better half of those years doing application and desktop delivery. So really a core focus as a company on the SMB workspace is really kind of where we're headed today. So that's kind of who we are as a company. Really built our foundation in application delivery and then tried to grow from there.
So what's the motivation? What's the driver, really the driver behind, and I've seen significant growth in the
Sure.
desktop as a service industry. A lot more players having products, virtualized desktops of different shapes and sizes, if you will. What's driving that?
So I think a couple things. There hasn't been a ton of market research on this space for quite some time, but certainly some of that market research is starting to trickle out. I read something the other day that the 451 research group published that they expect this market to be $5.6 billion by 2015.
Wow.
So I know some other groups are starting to release some of that market research. So for us, some of the growth is, partners in the channel starting to really recognize that as a high growth path for them. And the desktop often carries a high ARPU per user. So often the desktop is email, it's the Microsoft suite, it's storage, it's disaster recovery. So there is a bit of a rush for folks trying to get in this business, and really delivering desktop and applications can be somewhat complicated, but delivering those applications in the desktop as a provider is extremely complicated, and that's something that I think Ngenx is really out front on here recently. So, so some of the research, and then I think partners and providers looking to broaden their wallet share with a high ARPU product.
And I don't think we can deny the fact that the state of mobility has really upped the stakes.
Sure. And Ngenx, we can touch on that. Ngenx is really focused on the SMB place because we found in our research that our SMB means a lot to different people. To us, that means really the user group of about 200, 250 users or less. That's who we target on. And our research indicates that users are 10 times more likely to look at our product and then 10 times more likely to buy. So I think it's really appealing to the small business owner because IT is something that's a bit complicated and hairy for them to understand, but when we talk about converting from a CapEx to an OpEx model, they understand that. They like the consistency of a monthly recurring bill. They understand the scalability of as their employee or work staff grows or shrinks, they can wrap their brain around what that might potentially cost them. And then to your point, the BYOD mobility kind of hot topic right now. Business owners, small business owners can give their workforce access to data and the flexibility to access that easily from any device at home without doing clunky VPNs or RAS cards or needing a specific device to do that. So I think that's a big driver for business owners in that SMB marketplace. For the SMB marketplace and the IT director or the IT manager, a virtual desktop allows them to leap forward into some security and compliance conversations that they're trying to have. When you put a desktop in one of our data centers, you immediately jump to enterprise class service, and of course that gives them the ability to conquer a challenge that they're having, and then simply scalability. So our product in particular, we've got a control panel for IT directors. They can add users and delete users in a moment's notice, literally in seconds, and provision them a desktop and the applications they need to do business. So adding and removing users shouldn't be a fire drill for IT directors. It should be something that's simple, and that's what we try to bring to them, and that sort of service. So.
Well, and it's interesting that you make that comment because that's the exact same comment that I've been hearing for years about the telephony space.
Sure.
You have employee turnover.
Yeah.
You bring on new folks, other folks leave, and it's true. Whether it's the telephony products or whether it's the computing products, you've got to be able to do your add drops changes quickly, easily, simply.
Yeah, that's right. And business owners now have confidence that they say, well, it's about X amount a month for a new voice user, and for us, a new desktop user. They have confidence that's something they understand, and that's what they want to focus on. They want to focus on running their business, not IT, to that extreme. So, so that's something that really is compelled for them. So, and we sell, and Ngenx sells exclusively through the partner channel, and we're seeing a lot of movement with voice providers looking to jump over into this space. So, so we sell through a white label solution and an agent solution, but seeing lots of growth in both. Our white label solutions completely brandable in every capacity, but our agent channel is starting to grow really in that SMB desktop space, and so we're excited about that.
We talked at the outset about a little bit about the space just becoming more competitive.
Sure.
People, more and more players getting into it or trying to get into it anyway.
Sure.
So, what are you doing differently with your channel programs, with your channel partners, than some of the others might be?
So for us, our channel program and partners is all about enablement. How do we allow our partners to sell efficiently and quickly? We've got a pretty unique custom control panel that we can turn over to our partners, and it allows them to provision services for their customers themselves. So as I said earlier, spinning up a new user at desktop, Microsoft, QuickBooks, we can do that in seconds, and at the same time deprovision them. So it's all about enablement to them, and then also giving kind of fast forwarding the marketing research that we have available to them, so they can evaluate and quickly attack their market. And all of on the white label side of things, all that branding capability is something we try to shrink down in as little as 45 to 60 days. So they can turn around and hit the market once they choose their chosen partner very quickly. It's not a long cycle for R&D and development. So that's something that I think makes us unique. So. Specific to our product, we're a hosted virtual desktop provider. So, so to us, that's usually a desktop, Microsoft, storage, backup, and DR is included in our product as a matter of course. So, and really, we have a new product that would just hit the market in the August-July timeframe. It's the thought and brain trust of our CTO, Rick Dillinger, very well known in the virtual desktop space. Him and our president, Bob's been in this business for over 7 years. They really collaborated and joined forces to deliver our new V3 platform, and we're excited because the platform is built with the scalability and flexibility to meet most customer needs. It's a multi-tenant platform that we've built out, and at the same time, it's a platform that we've boxed in, and we can put security and policy in place that makes most SMB customers feel confident in the solution. So we're excited. It's been a great year the last several months.
Well, that's great to hear. Congratulations. As always, great to have you on the program.
Thank you, Erik.